Alrighty, so welcome back to another video, everybody. As y'all seen from the title and thumbnail, what can we do with this pond here? So, this pond right here is, we call it the top 40 pond. It's just a little tiny pond, not even an acre wide or big or however you want to say it. But it's a good little sized pond. And as you can already see, there is some lily pads starting to grow up on it. And so this pond does grow up with vegetation like crazy every year throughout the summertime. And as you can see, there is a lot of vegetation in here. And so what I'm thinking about doing is getting a whole bunch, I'll pop a picture up of the traploid carp. They are the non-breeding carp, and they eat all of the vegetation, grasses, moss, everything you can think of. They eat it. And so I think I'm gonna get a whole bunch of them and put them in here to help get down that vegetation and keep it clean. But also, talking about bait fish and stuff, what if, so directly straight that way, we have the lily pad pond, which we drained a couple years ago, did a video about it, and we stocked it with big bass. So what if we went and stocked this pond here full of bait fish, all sorts of bait fish like tilapia, shiners, minnows, goldfish, just every sort of bait fish you could think of. We stocked in here, and there's no bass in this pond at all. So it is just an empty pond, and we stocked it full of just bait fish, and we could constantly come out here, throw the casting out, catch some bait fish, take it back over to the big pond to feed the big bass, and so the bass don't starve. So, but I'm thinking, what if I do that? What do y'all think? Go down in the comments, give me some advice and what I should maybe do. But I think it's a great idea. There's structure right up over there. There's structure all up in here, so the bait fish could thrive and survive really well. But they have no problem because there's no predator fish in here. So this pond, when we get a lot of rain, it flows through, goes down through here. Let's see. Goes down through here, and it drains down this creek, goes straight over to the lily pad pond, is what we call it. But if we don't get a lot of rain, it would keep all these bait fish in here, keep them alive, and I already am seeing it in my head. I came up with this idea a couple days ago. I'm like, how do I constantly have a good food source for these big bass to keep their weight on them? And that's the number one thing I thought of, was keeping this pond full of bait fish and constantly moving them over to the lily pad pond. Just boom, 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 boom. And what we could do is come down here, and as you can see, Dad already cleared all this right up over here. It's all clean, but we can come down here with the skid steer again, get the bucket, maybe take out a lot of this brush here, take out a lot of these trees, make it look nice, maybe have some nice rocks and stuff, put some flowers up, make it a really good looking pond, and just have it like a little koi pond pretty much, but full of bait fish. We may put koi in here as well. You never know what you could put in these little ponds, and I'm willing to spend the money to invest so my big bass can constantly have a great food source. And I just think it's a great pond. So go drop some comments down below and tell me, what do y'all think? Should we do this? I'm excited. I want to do it. I have a fish hatchery that I will go to and get the bait fish in them. But as you can see, there's just a ton of cover, so these fish would thrive in there. There's some wood out there in the middle. They'll sit on the roofs of those lily pads. They'll go up on that cover up over there. This pond is constantly getting water in it, so we just got a little bit of rain. I followed the creek, it flows right into it. It's all downhill, so the water is constantly flowing on through into this pond. So this pond is always going to stay full of water anytime we get rain. It would be awesome. But yeah, if we get a lot of rain, the fish will go down through the creek and down to the other pond. But that's perfectly fine. That's moving those fish over there for the big bass to eat. So I would not be complaining at all, because it's just moving the fish over for the big bass. So here is the water source where the water comes into this pond. As you can tell, we got a big, good looking creek here. Always just covered and full of water. Flowing. See, it's trickling right now. Going right to this pond. So this pond is always gonna have moving water. And like I said, it's all straight downhill. We have creeks all over our property. It's all straight downhill. So we would be golden all summer long. When we had that big drought last year, I came down here a couple times, the pond was not drained at all. It was constantly having water come in here. And we had natural springs on our property as well. So this is pretty sure one of them of a natural spring, and we got a natural spring in our lily pad pond as well, because that pond stayed full all season long. And when we drained that pond, we weren't getting any rain or nothing, but the pond started just slowly filling up, and you could see where that natural spring was leaking that water into the pond and keeping it full of water and juiced up. But I'm excited. I think I'm gonna do it, but I just need some of your all's input on it. And do y'all think it's a good idea? Yeah, there could be turtles in this pond, I understand that. Turtles will eat the bait fish, but hey, a turtle can't take out as many bait fish as a predator fish like a bass or a crappie or something like that. But here's the other side of the pond. Just nice pond. Plenty of structure for the fish to keep them alive. And I think I'm gonna do it. I think I am. Y'all go down in the comments down below as well. Drop some comments and tell me what sorts of bait fish I should try in this pond. What do you think would be good to keep the bass's weight up? What do you think would thrive in this pond and into that pond over there and just constantly keep breeding? I always did. Personally, I love golden shiners. Golden shiners are like the #1 big bass catching bait. So I will be definitely down to put some golden shiners in this pond because they will thrive into here. We have golden shiners in our creeks. Crazy as could be, but we got golden shiners in the creeks, we got bass in the creeks, we got bluegill, we got everything in the creeks as well. So I think I'm gonna stock this pond full bluegill, golden shiners, minnows, like I said, tilapia will be a good one. So, and maybe I'm probably thinking about putting a feeder over here on this pond, so it'll be shooting out feed every morning and evening out on the pond just to keep these fish big belly and keep reproducing. So I'm excited. I mean, I think I can make this pond one heck of a bait pond and have a lot of fun with it and make it look good and just kill it with all the bait fish we have in here. And just like, take a look though, like, so you can all see the vegetation and the moss on the rocks. But this pond has a really bad vegetation problem, so that would be what the traploid carp would do for us, is just keep this pond clean. I don't know how many I should put in here. I think we put 4 or 5 in our other pond, so I'm thinking I'm gonna put 3 in here just because how bad it is and to help keep them down. But I would need to do this ASAP, so I'm gonna be probably posting this video either the same day or the next day. So I need y'all's input on this, and I'm quite excited to do this and see what the future is behind this pond and how many bait fish we can get in here and just have thriving in this little pond using our water sources. Like, this pond has nothing in it. This is not used at all, so heck, might as well make it a nice